はい、どうも、稲妻カーボーイです。本日はディスコエリジウムたいと思います。それでは、稲妻カーボーイのその男、記憶なし、やっていきたいと思います。さあ、前回はですね、水曜日になって水門を開けまして、隣のね、漁村に行ったところまで来ました。そしてね、小屋を借りたんですけど、そのタイミングでキムがいなくなってしまったので、今一人行動です。はい、というわけで一人でいろいろな人たちと会いに行きます。はいはいはい。会えて嬉しいなと思うよ。あんたのために用意したとっておきがあるんだぜ、親友。おや、俺は俺もあんたに会えて嬉しいぜ、友よ。で、何の用だ？タバコがある。安いぞ、とても安い。ピルスナーまでお得だぞ。スピリットは300リアルにしてやる。おあ、運動向上薬。運動向上薬欲しいな。スピリットが300リ、すごいな。パンパン。おおほほほ。ローズマリー G さんのことは気にすんな。おちょくってるだけだ。そうなの？そうなのかい？うん。ジャージの男があなたに向かって手を振る。ハイコンセプトの取引が終わったら少し話そう。俺が秘密を教えてやるよ。新契約だって。スピード。あ、なるほど。このやり方はこの年老いた遠妻にとっては都合がいいんだ。裏庭のメスヤギみたいに乳を絞ってんだ。どういう意味だ？最高に素晴らしいリキュールを3本手に入れて、ここの仲間に2本売り、すぐにその利益を投資に回した。タバコを買い、ビールを買い、スペインもう少し買った。それでどうなってもみんな釣り針にかかった。素晴らしい起業家精神だ。お、今のウルトラリベラルらしいですね。さあ、なんでスピリットが1本300リアルもするんだ？わかるか、友よ。これはリアルで貴重なやつなんだぜ。リアルをはたく価値がある。今のはシャレだ。ちょっとしたベンチャービジネスで手に入れたんだ。ほほほ、なるほどな。
Right. As I said, that'll be 300 real.
3リアルな出せる。
Ain't nobody else gonna give you a price like that. Sure, friend. A bottle of high quality spirits coming.
医療用の青いスピリット3。あー、どれがいいかな。なんかこの人のやつちょっといいですね。運動向上薬の瓶はちょっと欲しいんだよな。あるんですよ。運動向上薬を手に入れる家具っていうのが。でもこの運動向上薬、スピードですよね。麻薬的なものなんじゃないかなと思うんですが、まあでも、経験値手に欲しいんで、これ買いましょう。はい。あとスピリット。これを飲めばお前は死ぬ。事実だ。だからこそ俺たちはお前自身を守るためにそれを転売品としてしまっておこうとしている。死者に行ってこれを売り利益を手にするんだ。はいはいはい、なるほどなるほど。アビゲイルに話すんじゃねえ。名前がアビゲイルに電話するなっていう名前なんですね。強く馴染みがある。あいつに電話すんなよ。なあ、聞いてんのか？アビゲイルに電話すんじゃねえよ。アビゲイルって誰だ？もうアビゲイルの名前しか言わないですね。この男は得られるものは何もないよ。酒を飲みすぎている。
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail. Don't you fucking call her.
ああ、もうアビゲイルのことしか言わないですね、この人は。
The man hiccups. Then the drunk man.
Don't call.
ああ、意識を失ってしまいましたね。
Hey, tequila.
よう、テキーラ
Good to see you.
ー。
How's business?
ああで嬉しいよ、景
How's
気
the
はいいかい。
whole
現
reality
実状況での
situation
調子は
treating
どうだ？握
you?
手
So
しま
what's
しょう。
happening?
どうしたんだ？
Yeah,
何、テキーラだって？
tequila sunset.
テキーラサ
How
ン
are
セッ
the
ト。どうだ？
high concept
ハイコンセプトで
reality-based
現実を舞台にした
adventures
冒険の
proceeding?
進み具合は
He says it like it's
明らかに
obvious
それがお
your
前の名
name,
前であるかのように呼ん
like
で
you
いる。
call someone Billy Brunel
誰かを
or
ビリー・ブルーネ
leader
ル、
of
あ
the
るいは4
Fourth
番通りの
Street
ギャングの
gang.
リーダーと呼ぶかのごとく。あー面白い項目が多いな、これ。わからない。みんなが俺を警官と呼ぶのに慣れてきたところだか、俺は現実を征服するために現実に再入場したんだ。俺の意思に従わせて。これにしようか。俺が法だ。
That's the spirit.
その域だ
I
よ
used to。shape
俺も
reality
かつて
into
は
my
現実を思い
image
のままに
a
作り上げて
long
い
time
た。
ago.
あはは
Those
は
days are over now.
そんな日々はもう終わってしまった。
Sadly, things aren't going that well.
イ
in
ディオット・ドゥーム・スパイラル・ラン
Spiral
ド。もうそんなにうまくい
Land.
って
Haven't
ない。
found those keys
Oh.
yet. Haven't won that
鍵はまだ
great
見つから
piece
な
of
い。
ass
あのいい女も
back.
戻
No
ってきてない。
word
ビ
from
ジネス
my
ナンバーか何の連絡もない
business buddy.。
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh?
イディオット・ドゥーム・
This
ス
is
パイラルだ
bound
ぞ
to。be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
What's it about? Maybe you've heard. All right. Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I used to be a businessman. And as a businessman...
No,
Wow.
that was my favorite thing of all the things you have.
ペン
This
が
had better be worth the loot. My favorite was the gun he lost.
Hey guys, I'm a hero.
Hell yes!
The incapacitated drunk.
Anything else this merry band of adventurers can do for you? Or do you need to go and mail that serious-looking doc? Okay, what's on your mind?
あんたたちはこんなところに何をして
We
る
are
んだい？
saving the
世界を
world.
救ってる。
Please.
出た、アビゲイル。
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing.
企業精神とクリエイティビティの意志の力で、でもうまくいかなかった。
So now it's a pirate's
テキーラサンセ
life
ット
for
って
me.
何なんだ？あんたはずっとそう繰り返している
It's
が。
you. Your
あんた
tequila
だよ。
sunset.
なんでそうなった
We've
んだ？
met before.
覚え
Don't
て
you
ないのか？
remember?
No, you sure don't.
覚えてない。
Ah. Do you want
おしよし
me
聞こう。
Let me take a
ちょい
sip
と一
to
口
moisten
生体に
up
潤い
my
は
chords.
与えさせてくれ。
Tequila sunset rolled into
うん。
Martinez
先週の
last
金曜日にマルティ
Friday.
ネズに転
And
がり
by
込んできた。
tequila
テキーラサンセッ
sunset,
ト。あんた
I
のことだ
mean
が
you.
最高の男、
The
神話の男だ
man,
よ。
the myth.
俺たちは金曜日に会ったのか？先週。だから、4日前ぐらいですね。火、月、日、土、5日前か。5日前に会ったんだ。
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is you got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early
早起きの
bird who
鳥
gets
が
the
虫を捕まえる
worm.
こ
And
と
by
を
the
狙った
worm,
な。
I mean the buzz.
あん
Because
たが
as
したら
far
飲
as
み
I
と
know,
泥酔するこ
word
と
on
だ
the
け。
street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them.
It is.
おいおい、見知らぬ奴に脳みそを壁にぶちかけてやると脅されたことが一度もないとは言うなよ。どうぞ続けてくれ。ああ、そうだ。それをやったのは別に初めてじゃない。不自然な先。
Hey man, I'm not judging. This life's a valley of
歴史上の人物だって
woes.
自殺したし、酒
So
も飲ん
either way,
だ。
it was a late
あれは
Saturday
土曜の
night
夜
when
遅く。
we,
うん。
the Union
死に
of
かけのアル
Northern
中組合が一杯やって
Alcoholics,
た。
got our drink.
うん。
Nothing
年中無休で
remarkable
飲みっ
about
ぱな
this.
し。
We get our drink on 24/7.
あんたなら言ってる意
Makes
味わかるだ
everything.
ろ？
One moment we hear the
広場
sound
の
of
方
a
から速
motor
度を上げて
carriage
近づいてくる
revving
四
up
輪車の音
somewhere
が
on
近づい
the
て、
plaza,
あ
followed by a series
あ。は
of
いはいはいは
dings
い。
and
それが
bangs.
金曜日？あ、違う、土曜日？土曜日って言った今。うん、金曜日はここに来た。それが土曜の夜遅くって言ったね、今ね。あ、土曜日の夜遅く。
Do you
はい。
remember the sound of wood cracking?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears.
ほんほんほん
That's just the reality we're in.
はいはい、
Anyway,
当然
there
だ。
was a brief
とにか
silence,
く一瞬成熟
a。gasp
沈黙の
silence,
相
if
声
you
とでも
will,
言おうか。お望みなる
followed
そこ
by
から
a
が大変だ
real
った。
commotion.
ほうほう、海岸に向かってぶっ込んでいこうと。目撃者ですね、じゃあ。桟橋に急いだ。アル中の行動速度は甘く見るなよ。警察車両があって、その中にあんたがいた。すぐにそこのビーチ。時は来たれりってな。怖いもの来たさで何の時が来たのかと聞いた。そしたらあんたの答えは、テキーラサンセットの時来たり、すべてのものの終わりなりだとさ。ペダルつまずくからあんたは見る間に桟橋を耕し氷の中に突っ込んだ。奇跡的に無傷。海藻やら何やらにもまみれてまるで海の怪物みたいだったよ。あんたはビーチに座って泣いていた。身分証と制服を車の中に置いたままだって。でももう手遅れだった。車はすでに深く沈みすぎていた。なるほどなるほど。俺たちがテキーラサンセットっていうのは一体何なのかと尋ねたら、あんたはそれは俺の名になったと言い、以後そう呼ぶようにと俺たちにみんなに告げた。待って、それじゃテキーラサンセットのは何かの事件のか、それとも名前か？まだあんた自身が事件みたいなものだと思うがな。テキーラサンライズの反対でさ、久しく耳にしてないが。俺の本当の名はハリーだ。違うね、それは母親にそう呼ばれてただけだ。分かった分かった分かった。そのパーティーは何時間くらいやってたんだ？何時間も。日曜の朝だったと思うが、あんたは見学しているネバーショールの女について話をしたかった。お、彼女たちがどれほど美しくて不死だろうか。最もでかい事件。銃と身分証以外であんたは希望だか心だかなんだかと言ってたか、正直と細かいことはちょっと覚えるで。あいつらみたい、みんなクソみたいな負けるで俺の邪魔することにしか興味がない。特定の誰かにやられたとか言ってた？本当につらかったと言い続けてた。ほほほ。あ、分かった分かった。アビゲイラはもう分かったから。事件について何か口にしてなかったか。ちょうどいいから。誰も手伝いもいらない。一人でやってるんだ。政治的な話は？俺がどんなタイプの警官だったか読み取れたか。501の事件を解決したクソったれスーパースターと呼んでた。
The actual number is 216. But what's a little...
No thanks to the squares at the precinct. It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
あんたは話上手なタイプなんだ。そのうちまた別の物語も聞かせてくれるか。
So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right? Why not? Better than a beach bum.
イディオットドゥームスパイラルになっていきさつを聞かせてくれ。
It depends, really.
You might get scammed here.
高くつきそうな響きだな。何がいるんだ？酒？なんだい？あ、今なんかアイテム持ってたよね。コモドールレッド持ってる？持ってんのか。はい。しゃれてる。
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
静かにしてくれ。今からみんな物語が始まるとこなんだ。俺の本当の名前はジョージって言うんだ。でもここより知ってる通り、かつて俺はそこ裕福な人間だった。クリエイティブエージェンシーの創設者でジュニアパートナー、保険会社とでっかい契約を結んだところ。続けてくれ。文化的インキュベーターと呼んでいたやつらに融資。一人一人に対するバリュー、ハイコンセプトのやつだった。その中で仕事をした。
So I
どうしたん
went
だ？
jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
何人くらい旗からしたんだ？
22 full-time
お
employees,
22人。
an
オールスター
all-star
チーム。
team, a potentially historical set of individuals.
ジョギングは役に立った
It
か？
did. With my trusty
サンサリークのジャージを着ると世界から征服できるような気分。あ、そのジャージを着てるんだ。なるほど。今や夢は使い古されちまった。それこそ俺のジャージみたいに。何があったんだ？
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted.
His eyes are clouded. His eyes.
So I removed the key ring.
だからキーリングを外し、正門の鍵と部屋の鍵を別々のポケットに入れた。じゃらじゃら言わせたくないからな。少なくともそうしたつもりでいた。雨が降り出した。びしょ濡れになった。正門の鍵がないことに気づいた。郵便受けの鍵と間違えてたんだ。役に立つわけがない。当然門を登るしかなかった。そうした降りる時の心配いらなかった。なぜなら足をすごい尻から落ちてしまったから。本当に痛かった。いつだって立ち上がってきた。庭横切りことにして部屋のドアの前に立ちポケットを探った。その時部屋の鍵も忘れたことに気づいたんだ。嘘だろう。俺が部屋の代わりに見寄っていたのはオフィスの鍵だったんだ。ご近所の部屋のベルを直した。俺が状況を説明しに切ってしまう。そうだよね。
One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on.
別にアパートの家文句言いたいわけじゃない。優秀な航空マンだったのは有名なことだった。だからこそなんだね。はいはいはいはい。オフィスの鍵があるじゃないか。そこで嵐をやり過ごせばいい。その日、一人のプロデューサーに鍵を変えておくよう俺が指示してきたことを思い出した。なるほど、オフィスにも入ることができなかった。
Long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years,
なるほどなるほど。
and my girlfriend left me. So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was, the hobo lifestyle definitely has some perks.Not having to pay rent first and foremost, but that charm wears off pretty quickly.
なるほど。
Before you know it, you're wearing
なんであんたは物をなくしてばかりなんだ？
spending your days Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach and I used to own my reality situation.My business buddies
クリエイティブサービスエージェンシーをやっていた。いい部屋に住み、女もよりどり緑だった。だいぶ遠ざかってしまったのさ。
A lost jacket. Sounds like a mystery you could look into.
あんたのエージェンシーはなんて名前だったんだ？ブームブームルーム。
The Boom Boom Room.
ハイアートなオゲレスなマーケティングと結びつけること。赤色、胸、そして油絵。東エレバショールの詩人グループに投資してた。どう思う？アート刑事。
If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
それは随分とハイコンセプトだな。意味は全く分からないが。なるほど、ハイとロー、コモディティ化の文化。それは最高じゃないか。分かってる。すげえなんてもんじゃなかった。ジョギングなんか行かなきゃよかったんだ。そのジャージは何なんだ？ 100% リクラの服を見たことないのか？いいぜ。触ってみましょう。
Should probably be in a museum. Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish skins together.
15% 人じゃなくなった気がする。なんだとこの野郎。
To be associated with a number of exotic, highly malignant cancers. And then there's the smell. But you.
Wow, you're lucky.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. My fellow members of the...
Hey,
テキーラ。
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary.
I thought he was a cool.
A gurgling sound comes from.
And yeah, you're already acquainted with
これたちは
abs.
そうだね。なくしたジャケ
So
ット
yeah,
はど
that's
こに
basically
ど
a
んななんだ？
tequila. It's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the. Yeah, exactly. If I knew where I lost it, don't you think
遊
I'd
歩道で会え
have
た
it?
時かもしれない。会話はあるかもしれない。それか、魚市場跡を見て回った時かもな。
Walking along somewhere north of here, that's for sure.
イディオット・ドゥーム・スパイラルのジャケッ
around,
ト。
see if anyone's
ここ
seen
から
it.
来たのどこかってことは確か。はあ。
I'm all ears, Tequila. What's in a name?
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna? Oh,
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story. I was once a reasonably high, so you don't.
他
I
に物語
do.
あるかい？
But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you... No. Contrary to popular belief, I enjoy... Cottonmouth is keeping my tongue imprisoned. You too,
OK。結構有益な情報だったんじゃないかな。あ、リアル。アビゲイルに電話すんじゃね、ずっと言ってるな。よし、今日は
The scruffy-haired little boy.
こういう人に聞いてみようか。
Our tenant, the policeman. What do you want with a lost jacket? He probably pawned it for booze and then forgot about it. Are you getting a reward for it at least? Good for you. Anyhow, you might ask Lillian if she's seen anything.
リリエンヌに聞いてみちゃ
That
どうだ
girl's
い？
got a way of...
おー、なるほど。リリエンヌさんね。Hello, リリエンヌ。
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down soon.
あそこのイディオット・ドゥーム・スパイラルがジャケ
Wind
ット
is
探
turning
してる。
southeast. Remarkable. That one already lost them. It's a good thing too that he has an actual police officer looking
昨
for
日
it.
イドゥーム・スパイラル。
Good old
根っ
Doom
からの経営
That's
者。
odd. Is she
妙だな。
actually
彼女は本当に
impressed?
感銘を受けているのか。ジョニーのジャケットには誰も手出しをさせない。俺が見つけて俺が手に入れる。彼の犯したしょうもない盗難を告発する証拠を集めてんだ。うん、ジョニーのジャケットにしま
Tell
しょ
me
うか。
what now? That's not proper cop behaviour, is it?
こんなのはまだ
I'm
じゃな
sure
くし
you
だ。
have. I don't have to hear about it, but I do wish you luck finding the thing. Look near the fish
なる
market
ほど。
north
遊
of
歩道
here,
上の
on the
魚市場
boardwalk.。
She's
魚市場。
genuinely rooting for you, sire.
わかりました。じゃあ行ってみましょう。こっから来た。これなんだろう。こっから先は行けないのか。これなんだろう。あ、ここから登れるのかな。はいはいはいはいはい。あ、こっちじゃないの。あ、いけないのね。この上に誰かいますね。親子かな、あれは。この上だ。はい。鉄格子で覆われている。
You see, a
フェルドの
once
壁
bright
画。
mural
うん。
towering above you. The
フェルド
signage
電
has
子
peeled off over
R&D
the years. A slogan used to
昔は
intertwine
ループに
with
重なる
the
形
loops
に
a
スローガン
long
も書
time.
かれていたのだな。ほう
Now,
ほうほう。
only a shadow of peeled letters remains.
未来はささやきの一つの先にあると読める。
Tomorrow is
Ah, yes. Their famous motto.
ああ、そうかそう
A
か。
fine
そうそう。
example
かの
of
有名な標語だ
technological
ね
optimism。from
発達した技術がもたらす可能性を全力で信じているのが伝わるよ。 この人
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no
ミカエル、
windows
あ、
on
子
the
供の名
south
前か。
side. This was to deal with. You, officer, come
Hola,
to
¿qué está?
investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez. I was just telling my son about this building. Not many people appreciate the historic significance.
待て、ハイパーテキス
Yes,
ト
hypertext. Young carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
ジャンカープと一つの文化的ハイパーリンクの集合体さ。で、さっきの窓がどうかという話は何だ
Oh
ったん
yes.
だ
So Mikhail,
うん。
they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer.
49年前はまだベクターモニターが使われていたから、そういうわけで南の壁には窓を作らなかったんだよ。
Windows are very important. Mikhail, say hi to the officer.
ああ、礼儀正しい。
Mikhail's a little tired today.
うん。
We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his
この
radio
子のラジオコンピューター
computer.
で
Have you heard
オル
of it?
ビスを実行させようとしていたから、
It's a programming language used in Grad.
ご存知かな、
Quite
グラータで
tricky,
使用され
but
てい
he
る
wanted
プロ
to
グラ
play
ミン
this
グ言語なん
Grad-made
だ。
adventure program. We've been getting really into verbs lately.
The man
Programming
speaks in the
gengo.
artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been
もしくはラジオ
on
番組に
radio
出過ぎた人間のような話し方。
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail
連合が
before,
上陸した
this
のが
is where the
08年。
coalition landed in 08. We could be standing on what is the most...
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really
ho.
enjoys his trivia.
自分の豊富なザクザクを心底楽しんでいる。
After its inventor, Victor
こんな
Orbis,
空っぽの古い
a
建
silent
物のどこにそんな
magician
魅力がある
from Grad. They run Vox in the
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
あ、そうなの空っぽの廃墟じゃないんだな、これが。
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Feld
現在、フェルドの
Electric.
主要事業はインクカートリッジの販売だが、かつては正規の代わりに起きたサイバネティックブームの最前線にいたんだ。
In the turn of the century cybernetics boom.
うん、
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrite. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business
トライ
machines.
センティニアル
But
が依然
Feld
として優勢だっ
had
た。
an ace up their
でもフェル
sleeve.
ドには
Or
とってお
should
き
I
の切り
say
札があ
they
っ
were
てね。
developing an ace up their sleeve?
ほうほう
I'm
ほう、
mixing
その
my
切り札とは
metaphor.
何
It
で
was
すか
here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes
テープ
for
式コンピューターのプロトタイプ。
an elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the, which is a feat of engineering, even today's giants.
レブ、ICM、ファンムでさえは未だ成し遂げてない功績。
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing
Indeed.
何があったんだ
What?
The revolution!
革命
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced all of this was built by Feld, even a boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle
ワ
management.
イルドパインズは自社の中間管理職のための品のいい保養地としてマルティネズを構築していった。街のこちら側を開発したんだ。なるほど。
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel,
Uh-huh.
but that got destroyed.
観覧車もあっ
and-
たの。
Wheel!
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived.
ほうほうほう
They had to make
エン
the
ジニア社員たちは
possible.
どう
I'm
なったん
afraid
だ
it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here.
はいはいはい
Now, if you were to...
Wait.
また
Is
革
he
命の
saying
暴走
that
行為
we
につい
should
ては一
just
切触れずに話題を変える
bypass
つもり
the
なのか
excesses of the revolution?
Officer, I told you this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's curriculum.
なるほどね。
The boy looks first at you, then back at his
革命たちは
father.
その最新のテープ式コンピューター
They
をどうし
used
たん
them
だ
for military communications.
軍事通
But
信に使
also
用
to
した
write and send
ほう
out press releases. The most notorious example
かの
being
3
Le
月法令
Decret
だ
de
よ。
Mars.
それはどういったもの
What's
だ
the
い
Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the
バショール
newly
コミューンから
created
各通
commune
信
of
社や
Revachol on
各
the
の政府に
7th
発信
of
された
March
あ
in
の
the
無
year
線
of
伝
A
送だよ。
short-lived legislative.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her
インスリ
political
ン
concept
デーより愛を
album
込めて
Bombe
で、レバショールへの
Serre
愛の歌と評価しているくらいだ。
Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the
お
decree.
レバショール内の図書館であれば必ずこの法令の写しを保
I
管してい
tried
る
to
は
get
ず。
Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be...
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting
Oh,
about this
나도.
part of the discussion.
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, They were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking tone of the...
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a
オ
special
ランヤの
consultant
フレ
for
デ
an
ィ
exhibition at the
フォー
Wompty
トにあ
Dumpty
る
Dum
ウ
Center
ォン
in
ティ
Vaderport,
ドンプテ
Ohio.
ィドムセンタ
It
ーで
raised
開
the
催
same
される件なんか
questions,
の
and we
こと
had
を作るってこ
lengthy
とがあった。
discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the...
Wait, did he just say
ウォンプティ
Wompty
ドンプティ
Dumpty
ドムセンターと言ったか？
What the hell is a Wompty Dumpty Dom Center?
キース
And
と
who
キ
the
ージュスト
hell
と
are
おい
Keith and Guy Juiced?
一体何の
The
話をして
Wompty
る？
Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art.
現代美術セン
The
ターだ
exhibition
よ。
itself drew
ま
on Lagerman's
また
notion
同
of
じこと。
memory, and so
展
there
覧会
were
その
some
ものはラガー
parallels.
マンの
That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman,
記
chose
憶に
to...
関する概念を元にしたものだったからね。ほんほん。
In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center
実
is
在
a
するんだな、
place
こ
you
れ
can
が。
visit if you ever
フレデポートを
invaded
訪れる
Fort
ことがあ
and
れ
are
ば
ever in the
男は自然と
market
出
to an
する。
exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
ウォンティドンプティドムセンターがあるって言ってるけど、本当？そして、ウォンプティドンプティドムセンターの思考が手に入りました。
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers.
はんは
As I
ん
was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The
あ、
machine would then
どう
analyze
しよ
the
う。アンロック
handwriting,
する？
perform operations, and project output onto a white
暗
screen.
示がマイナ
It
ス
was a
1。
beautiful, delicate thing.
もはや暗示はもう無理だよね。これ以上上げられないよ。上げてみようか。面白そうだよ、ウォンプティドンプティドムセンター。42分だし。アンロック。OK。で、ここにも、試しにもうやってみましょう。はい。OK。うんうん。
Made of black film.
ブラックフィルムと折り曲げテープの構造を取り入れたものだな。だったのか。
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary setting of... Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the felt
再
playback
生経験なんて
experience,
報告されること
but
もあ
those
る。
are incorrect.
なぜそいつを破
Who
壊したんだ？
knows? Maybe it
誰
was
に
an
もわからない。
accident, or maybe they didn't want the
あ
technology to end up in the
ー
wrong hands.
そうなんだ。
Either way, they're all gone now. All three versions of the prototype. Nothing. Actually, no one knows.
Buckle up.
10 years ago,
Wait, what the hell is a Wompty Dumpty?
yes, tape computers and
あ、ちょっと待って。
Wait, what?
the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman. In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty.
これ同じ
Perhaps
展
I
開に
should
なります
return.
ね。
Made of black film.
I certainly haven't. Though I
私はない
understand
ね。
the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains. Who knows?
これ同じ展開か。で、別の指紋をしたいんだが。
What else? I do
金持
have
ちそうな
some
感じ
money,
だね。
yes, but that's not what's really important here.
No, I mean, come on.
何をしている？お前には金が必要だろう。大したことじゃないなら少しばかり恵んだって。
He can give you some.
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more... I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser known...
Not that he would have to worry
Ho-ho.
about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
ところで運動は何かやってるの
I
か？
do some
ローマン
Lomantang
タン
stick
式
fighting
棒
now and then.
術。
Low Muntang stick fighting is a form of
細い木の
martial
棒で
arts
敵に立ち向かう。
originating from the...
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick fighting.
You doze
ほ
off
ほ
as he paints you a comprehensive picture of the history of stick fighting among... Man, he's good at speaking.
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again.
ほほ
You were saying? Lomantang stick fighting is a little like a...
ハーブ中毒によく似てる。20年近くやってる。すごいね。じゃあなんだ、週2回1日おきか。あんたと話してばかりだ。話が脱線し
Dad's
ばかり
fighting
だ
with。sticks every night after dinner for 4 hours. He has a special room for that.
That's right,
え
Mikhail.
ー、
It also has a meditative quality. Helps to clear my head. But anyway. No, thanks.
Pick your brain.
OK。この人からなんかすごいいろいろな
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind.
中
They're
を見
covered
よ
in
う
it.
と試み
Dripping
る。
water falls from a high place. There's rust and corrosion on
鉄
the
格子はど
bars,
こもかしこも錆と腐食だらけ。
and a small layer of white drip. There's
あれ
rust.
うん。お、あれはなんだい？あ、ここの中にも入れそう。クイックトラベルがアンロックされた。何クイックトラベル。あ、飛べるのか。
A metal payphone
公
under
衆
a
電
yellow
話。
plastic
う
dome.
ん。持ち上げたけど。
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
適当に押したら何かあんのかな。押してみますか。
Calling. Still. This feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
そうかもしれない。ピエールとはどんな人物
So
だ。
nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so
誰あなた。
sure you're Pierre. Your voice.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves.
ああ。何だったんだろう。あれで自分がピエールだと言い続けたら何かあったのかもしれないですね。お、こっち？これ今戻ってるかな？戻ってるね。ああ、そうですね。戻ってますね。OK。じゃあ一回ちょっともう一回あっち行きましょう。んで、あの親子の奥にあったものを見てから先進んでいきますか。ミカエルと、お？何？リアル。今稼働していない。あ、進めないんだ。あらあらあらあらあら。じゃあここ下に下がったところ行きますか。下がったところの奥。はいはいはい。何十年も使われていない。サングラスにマグネシウム。
You take the legal documents out of the... Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect.
それをやればスーパー刑事になれるか？
It will make you into more.
それ以上の存在になれる。
See? That's your problem. And it's not ideal, no. But you raise the bottle, close a nostril, and inhale furiously. Now the taste is slowly receding into your throat. The rush is growing in intensity. And, let's be honest, there's a little chest pain. The good kind, of course. You may... you could work with this high. Like, literally work. Solve the case. File some papers. Maybe clean up your hostel room. Whoa, this shit is strong. This shit is to this. You kidding? There are massive downsides.
めちゃめちゃ体の中が騒いでるな。
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a speed button. Speed gives +1 to motoric
視覚
skills.
反応速度、手と目の強調、採覚、手さばき、平静がプラス1。
Hand-eye coordinate.
あー、なるほど。ちょっと一回じゃあこれは戻して。採覚、視覚計算。 視覚計算マイナス1になるんだ。プラマイゼロってことですね。あ、倍の値段で売れる。はいはいはい。なんだい？有料の駐車場。荒廃してますね。ひびの入った壁の隙間に弾痕が存在している。お、近く計算早速。おお、なになに。あ、ここが処刑場だったってこと？壁の方に顔を向けた亡霊のような影が並んでいる。下、何体も。オートマティックライフルを構えた別の影たちが規則正しく並んでいる。
The sun blazes high up in the sky, baking a long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and the abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either a host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They stand, facing 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people.
横に立っている人物たちはマゾルフラスが彼の顔に映って踊っている。誰が誰を処刑したんだ？キサラギに行った方がいい。やっぱり一緒にいた方が良かったな。ここはじゃあまたキムと一緒に来たら良さそうですね。お、ピルスナー。え、何今の？ピーポーピーポー。衣類。帽子か。論理。知覚マイナス1。論理がプラスされて知覚がマイナス1される。はははは。はい。じゃあここの探索は OK。で、あっちの奥に人がいたのでそっちに話しかけに行きますか。違う。
Here we go.
お、モレルだ。いた。
No way out.
There's a cylinder.
Who's there?
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly.
いや、おまわりさん。
He looks like...
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
ゲイリー。
Don't worry, Gary. To what do I owe the
お目にかかれて光栄だよ。
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Oh no, it's all right.
じゃあレナに頼まれてること言いましょう。
What's this about? Of course.
OK。しまった、そうだった。でもありがとう。
The 881 is a raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass. Not like walking over a nice waterlock.
水門はもう治ってる。
Oh, good. We should really be...
Did he say we can...
Yes, Gary! We can go soon! I just have to do one more round.
あともう一周しなきゃいけない。
Well,
非常に難
first
し
of
い。
all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee
なんでそ
deep
んなに
in the
見つけるの
reeds.
が難しいんだ？
Good question. Being a phasmid,
ファンタスモデア。いわゆる亡霊昆虫である七不思は植物に擬態するんだ。は
あ。And I suspect it may have... It's my hypothesis. that it has evolved certain electrochemical defense, but I cannot describe how these
どのぐらい
defense.
の
I'm
大きさ
expecting it to be
メ
quite
ガファ
giant.
ンタスモデア
Unknown
ツアーエン
species
シ
of
スと呼ばれる
called
知
the
性基地の七節ですら成人男性の前腕ほどの大きさがある。めちゃめちゃでかいじゃん。
Typical rookie assumption.
典型的な新人の思い込みだな。
Insects are much more sophisticated creatures that even simply catching a glimpse
イン
of
ス
the
リンで七節の
Insulindian
姿を
phasmid
一理
would be the apex of
できるだけ
my
でも私にとって、い
of
や、あらゆ
any
る未知動物学者にとって
cryptozoology's career.
一別か
But
な、あ
to
れは。
study it
なん
and
だ
its
ろうな。
defenses,
しかし、インスリンで
find
七
out
節
how
と
it
その
stayed
防御機
hidden
能を
so
研
long.
究し、その名にも長い期間どうやって足の間かけているのか突き止められたら、はい。今のところ何を発見したんだ？
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen.
誰も見つかって
So
な
all our
い。じ
information
ゃあ誰
is
も見つけ
based
たこ
on
とがないの
not
か。
yet.
まだな。だ
That's
から
what
未知動
makes
物
it
なん
a
だ。
cryptid.
もし誰も存在を証明できていなら実在するってどうしてわかるんだ？
I know it's real.
実在すると分かって、あ、なんか堂々巡りな問答で
It's
すね、これ
clear
ね。
that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something
探求
more than the
追
pure pursuit of
純粋な
scientific
追求心以上の何かがある。ね、そんな感じしますよね。
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
レナはこのマルティネズへ目撃されていると言ってい
Yes,
た。
the most recent sighting
10
was
代のカ
by
ッ
a
プル。
couple of teenagers along the coast here.
ほうほうほ
It's
う。
the
なるほど。
first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this. I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally...
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce
そい
viable
つは賢いな
eggs. This
メ
makes
ス
it
がオスに
easier
入る。
for a species with a small...
Yes, Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect.
じゃあ、罠のことについて。
Yes.
あ、間違えた。レナが罠を設計したのか？この罠はどういう仕組みなんだ？
Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down. At least,
Oh,
that's the
no.
intent
Yes, I
of
know.
locusts.
イナゴ。
Nearly all known phasmids
七
are
節ってイ
herbivores,
ナゴ食う
of
の？
course.
虫同士を食
Inside
べる
the
んだね。
traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect. Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior?
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material. They'll work, I assure you.
お
The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait,
え
accounts for the failure
先
of
人の
previous
ね、
efforts by
知恵
others.
を使っ
The
たわけで
traps
すね。
do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife...
Yes. What?
自分の帰れる時間だぞ。
By woe man, you mean my wife, I assume. My wife understands that just as...
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out
あ
here for
ゲイリー
days.
は帰りたか
But
ったん
leave
だ
the
ね。
traps?
絶対にダメだ。
Absolutely not.
レナをがっかりさせたく
I
ない。
won't let Lena
あ
down.
Come on. She wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch...
Of course it's
あ。も
important
ちろん
to
彼
her.
女にとっても大事だと
She's
思う。
seen it.
何せ
A
自分で見たんだから
verified
信用で
sight
きる目撃
on
情報だ。
record. One of only 40th
あ、
century.
そうなんだ
And。it's
彼女が
hers.
見つけたん
She's
だ。
seen it.
本当か？レナはその七節を目撃したのか？その話はしてくれなかったな。
Yes. That's how we first came to
あ
know one、another.
そうなん
in
だ。
fact.
二人のきっかけなの
But
ね。
that's hers, suffice to say.
インスリンで七節が
It's
実在す
long
る証拠
been
を見つけ
our
るという
dream
夢を
to
一緒に
find
見るようになっ
proof
てから
of the
随分と経つ。
Insulindian phasmid together.
それを今更やめることが
Can't
できないってこと
abandon
ね。
course now. No, no, no.
ダメなんだ。
The
スケ
traps
ジュール
need
ドに
to
罠
be
を監視しなけ
monitored
れば。
on a regular.
He's dead set on
この
this.
男の決心は固い。
I could go for some trap setting.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
うん、混沌は俺の流儀。俺はその申し子だ。
Well, be that as it may, there are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little. Another we set in Land's
北
End.
東のラン
To
ツ
the
エンド。
northeast, it's behind a small sand dune there. On your way, the third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality. Bring it to me at once.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this.
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event it's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from. Wise choice.
Okay.
This is the smell of dying reeds.
枯れた足の匂いがする。
Crumbling into the water.
Thank you for your help.
Okay.
Finally, you're being set.
If it's more cryptid-related business, But what if the information is vital? What about his eager to leave friend?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for
じゃああんたはここで
cryptids is a
子
bit
供
of
の頃の
both.
夢を叶えたわ
It's
けだ。
not child's play. Just because I have to trade through the mud every so often. Real. I know you think one is a
彼はそんな
respectable
代の後は、
profession,
うん。
while the other is superstition. Everyone does. My methods do not differ from other scientists.
驚くべきことっての
I
は
simply
一度でも
draw
見つかっ
upon
た
a
の
what?
か
No. As I said, I have
なる
yet
ほ
to
ど。
catch a cryptid.
Interesting. Something for later. This close call.
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts. Like
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
most establishment scientists only care about
もちろん真実などは気にしない。どうしようもなく臆病。
remuneration. Not no. Very few cryptids are
これ
ever
はなんとな
discovered.
くサブクエスト的
And
な
of the list of
内容ですよね、
cryptids
きっと
kept
ね。
by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which two were categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest, yes, the Chateau Quan forest
なるほど。
pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of
Pygmy
primate, and a cave salamander
洞
from
窟山椒
Hugo
魚
Grad.
正直注目されていないどこかの動物園にいるん
We
だ。
cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most
で、
cryptids are
3番
hoax
目になるってこ
indeed.
とだ。
If our expert
The hair on your
なるほど。
arms stand up. Electricity. He has clearly done his math on this.
Yes. All right.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but you need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena.
A willow person.
柳
It's a long
人間。
story. One,
Willow people.
they're not people, really. Some argue they
どっ
aren't
ちなんだ。
really animals. They're very, very thin.
面白いね。
Almost flat, in fact.
うん。
And can camouflage
体が
themselves
厚み
easily.
がない。樹皮と同
Wrapping
化して身を隠
themselves
すことがで
around
きる。
trees and
七不思議に似
blending
てい
in
る。
with the tree bark. In that way, they're not. You probably have. Gary and I painted an
うん。
entire
小さな森
grove's
一粒
worth
もあ
of
る木
trees
々
in
に
slow-drying
歯
paint.
間製の塗料を塗った赤ライやラベンダー色の塗
I
料。
was hoping one of the
ああ、そういう
willow
ことか。
people,
ラベンダー
after
色になると
waiting
ね。
and hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees. I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant. I know it
すごいな。
sounds like we were snacking on funny mushrooms, but I did see motion and colour.
He makes it a real
なるほ
point
ど。
here to sound falsifiable.
Confirmed. It's
承認されてるんだ。
100% verified and meets all the standards of an
ほう
authentic
ほうほう。
cryptid
じゃあ
sighting.
今度はクールな道動物。
No offence, officer, but I'm not much. Me? I'm not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I
なる
don't
ほど。
make a good
忍
lecturer.
耐力。
This is a gruff man who's been ridiculed too many times to feel comfortable talking about what's dearest to
ああ、
his
なる
heart.
ほどね。
It's in his shoulders.
ちょっと悲しいね、それはね。
Is
By all means.
えあ、これだ。OK。
Dumpty Dumpty
オンプティ
Dump
ドブ
Center.
はい。オンプティドンプティドブセンターを覚えました。さあ、効
You're
果は
at
どうかな
home, stupid cop. Not with
さあ、どうだ百科事典パッシブで経験値プラス10、リアルプラス2、暗示がマイナス2。もう暗示がもうないようなものですね、じゃあ。暗示、はい、またゼロになりました。暗示ゼロか。 ゲイリーとも話してみましょうか。
Hello, I'm Gary.
あ、ゲイリー、
Very
手を貸してくれて
generous
ありが
of
と
you.
う、ケン
I'm
ジさ
just
ん。
waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to
アウトド
civil.
ア嫌い
I
なの？
like nature, just not this bloody coast.
ア
It's
ル中華
mostly
変質者ぐらい。
Degenerates. This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a
うん、
paragon
なる
of
ほどね。
virtue.
美徳そのものであるかのように振る舞っている。なるほど。ちょっと待ってくださいね。よいしょ。はいはい。俺はそのどちらでもない。保証する。俺は規則を原始する。清廉潔白な法の上で。
dark times will do that to good men.
何か知らないかい？
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that. No,
なん
no.
か知ってる？知らない。
He was some kind of mercenary.
ああ、誰でも知ってることだと。
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he? He didn't kill him or anything.
彼が殺したわけならそうですね。何かありそうですね。これはあんたのマグカップか。
My mug?
なんでそう思ったんだ？
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right?
I may have had a similar
昔
looking
似た
mug
よう
in
なマ
the
グカップだけど、
past.
それだけだ。
That's all. Maybe. Okay.
そんなこともしたかもしれない。
I did.
知るよ、本当に悪か
I
った。
know
お
I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
そうさせてもらうよ。
Okay, I deserve that. And I don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property, it's... I've been having trouble at work.
What did you do?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions.
どうやって廃物入れを開けたんだ？
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services.
ゴミ収集会社で働いてる知り合いがいる。そいつが俺にマルティネーズにある廃物のマスターキーをくれたんだ。他人の廃物入れに何の用があるって言うんだ？
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own
ゴミ圧
stuff.
縮機。
Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have.
ワーリングインラグズの裏に吊るされていた男の服はあんたが廃物入れに捨てたのか？
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's
な
not
ら
like
説明
I
して
was
くれ。
only cleaning up.
片
I
付けた
live
だ
right
け。
across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked.
向かいに住ん
All
で
the
る。
clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are
わかったわ
animals,
かっ
you
た。
know.
それで
Then。I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash. Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there, and I hope I could help your investigation in my small way.
Does this mean
つまりお前は
his
彼のアパートで植民地マ
admiring
カップコレクションを眺めてるということか。
his
それを話したら面白いことになるかもな。
Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
あんたは道が動画
No,
した
no.
の？
I helped
モレル
Morel.
の手伝いをして
There
るんだ。
probably is a follow-up to this, but you can't think of any. Doesn't matter.
ゲイリー、あんたは
Waste of
この近くに
time.
住んでるよな。
Sure did.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
最近ドアの鍵が開けっぱなしになってることが
In
なかっ
my
たか。
home. Yes. When I was going to... Mr. Clare unlocked my apartment? So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good.
お
No,
いや、
no,
いっぱい噂
tell
を
him
話す
I'll
の
make
伝え
it.
てくれ。
What have I done? He'll send the
ああ、
muscle.
怖がっ
As
て
he
るね、
lowers
これ
his
は。
tone, he hunches his back.
I was probably talking too loud in the whirling the other night.
なるほど。あんな風に大声で口を
I
滑らせる
won't
な
do
ん
it
て。
again.
もう二度としないよ。俺にできることがあったらあんたのためでも組合のためでも何でも聞いてくれ。協力す
This
るよ。
scared him proper.
も
He's
う完全にビビらせる
positively
ことができた。
melting from
いいです
fear.
ね。
Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
ちょっと平成平成が上げられる衣類ないかな。あった。 平成。OK、これでちょっと上げたから、おしおしおしおし、OK、OK、OK。で行きましょう。OK、シャツの着心地がかなり悪そうだな。ボタンを見てみるとパンパンだとまるで何がシャツを引き裂いて出てこようとしてるが。巨大な筋肉か。下に何か着ているのか。アーマーを身につけているような音。彼の家のそばで死んでいた男は盗まれたものだろう。おやおや、随分と立派な戦闘服が好きなようだな。俺は自分が仕事を恥じていたんだ。そしてそれはあんたに知られたくなかった。連携プレートがゲイリーの痩せた胴体を覆っている。
Gary, what's later, Morale? I've got apologizing to do.
そのアーマーをよこせ、今すぐだ。
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully.
おお、やった。フェアウェザー T500 胸当て。
Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
ゲイリーすごい悪いことしてると思ってるんだね。被害者の服を廃物に捨てた本当の利用家。
Everyone was picking those pieces off him.
みんな
I
が
was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take
俺は
out the
自分のゴミを
trash
持
and
って出て
started
片付け
cleaning
に行っ
up.
たんだ。そこら中に汚れた服が落ちていて、彼はゆらゆら揺れていた。それで恥ずかしいことに思ってた。こいつは感じた。みんなここの人間じゃないと言ってるってな。
Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake.
はあ、なるほどね。
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
なぜ俺に嘘ついた？
Because I was weak.
The hell, Gary?
I'll explain later.
誰が被害者を殺したのか知ってるのか？
I always thought it was the union.
組合の人間だと思ってたが、もうそのことを
I
言うよう
sure
な
as
すのや
hell
める
won't
よ。
go around saying that anymore.
This is all he knows.
他には何も知らないようだ。これで話は終わりだな。
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You
タスク
have my
完
word.
了。うん。OK。結構これで話がちょっと進んだね。やだ、これやだ。こっちにしよう。うわー、フェアウェザー。あと何やってたっけ？あれどれだっけ？才覚を上げるためにつけてたの。サングラスか。内陸帝国上げておくか。で、シャツの代わりがこれなのか。ジャケットはこれでいいですね。はい。よしよしよしよし。で、スキル、共感と暗示がマイナス1。マイナスか。ちょっとレベル上がりそうなんで、ちょっと待ってからにしましょう。なんかマップ飛べるみたいな感じで書いてあったのは何だったんだろう。どうやったら飛べるんだろう。クイックなんちゃらがあったけど、気のせいかい？アイテムかな。違うか。インタラクトでもないもんね。マルティネーズ。
The worn map features that your finger moved finally.
For a more detailed view of the map,
go to your journal and
ジャーナ
select
ルメニュー
map
からマッ
tab.
プタグ。はい。まずは一つ。
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured. Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You
よかっ
see,
た。いなかったですね。罠を調べろ。フェルドの建物の北東ランズエンドの罠。モレルが仕掛けたばかりの罠。村の南東。あなたが分かった時は運河付近の罠。あれいなくなってる。
this is the reeds, but it's good the cryptozoologists left. The later it gets, the colder. This trap is also full of...
はい。で、来る途中にある罠。来る途中にあった？そんな罠っぽい罠。南東にある。あ、こっちじゃダメだ。行き止まりだ。これじゃない。あった。あったあったあった。
This traps the reeds bend, the constant, nothing but locusts in this.
血はなんもないよね。これなんか
Rust peels off the bent
ブランコを支
posts
える
of
鉄
the
柱が
swing.
折れ曲がっています
The
な。
wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you.
こ
In
こで何
this
があったん
yard,
だ？
someone thought they could have a summer house on the beach.
4階建ての建物に囲まれた中に風が舞い込んでくる。お、テープが手に入った。あれこれ運動向上薬だな。あれこれ手に入ったんだ普通に。くそー。今のテープどこにあるんだ？あ、これだ。インタラ
The
クト。
porter reel is just what you press the large button marked Commencer, and it sounds like someone's moving in the room.
これでカラオケ歌える。
Telling you about the tiniest church insists within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been a click, then silence for a bit. Then of course you could sing this. Yep.
Okay.
They're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the
インストゥルメンタル
instrumental
版
version.
が入っている。
It's like the Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing
Gart
karaoke in
です。
the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the...
OK。じゃあ行こう。もうちょっと下から行きますか。レナとモレルのことも気になりますしね。あ、てか雨から雪に変わりましたね。寒いんじゃない？ で
Winter, slow to let go of Revachol. Flex some. The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand painless. And to think, it seemed you're warm in your hat and your coat. More winding coastlines lined with the waters turn black. Coal city in no more. The coal was supplanted below the old mines. Marseille Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. La Petite braved the underground passageways, where the Philippian kings were interred, with their doctors and their admirals. Most children under 14, they go underground, looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums. And for fame, after rubies, Melchiorite, 2 kilometers underground, and a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed. So the mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold. And that's special. How can it be pure if it's magenta? Snow falls, and there's no answer. Some things are not for more. Few Petira return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small all around her, white snow. The canal you crossed to get here, and beyond it. Martinez proper. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield. At the roundabout, in the midst, like all monuments, it's also a warning. A fenced-off yard, clean white, the abandoned church, one of 2 remaining state churches, which were collectively a serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunately, the remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection. Way beyond, then there's Ozon. But the snow falls too thick. The Bay of Revachol, vastness, and at the farthest reaches, the raised motorway 881, with vehicles whooshing past one another day and night. While those was once a park, a place for reflection. The Pox is completely wild now. Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to hide. A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up around you. The snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells. The stairs descend to Central General. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered snow falls on the utility district. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meet. A chill comes over you. More coalition aerostatics. Occasionally, layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage. Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under. The spring thaw will come in earnest. Just not yet.
すごい。めっちゃ喋ったな、おかん。たまに起こるおかんタイムでした。お、なんか一瞬出たけど。なにちょっと待った。一回セーブしましょう。このずっと白い輪が出るんですよね。なんかあるのかな。ここに住んでるの？
Etonite has been planted into the snow, barely holding it up. It could fall over. It looks like a makeshift bridge. Currently, the plane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
橋ができた。おお。
The tent is just tarpaulin
テントはいろんなものに防
covering
水
a
シートをか
pile
け
of
ただけの
stuff.
もの。
The flap.
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
フラップを閉じろ。温度が下がる。
A young man with
おお、なん
peroxide
だこれ。
holds up a Harmon.
Hardcore!
ハードコア。何も言わない。まだ何も言わない。何も言わない。
Internally coherent.
まだ何も言わない。
All right! Yeah!
教えてくれ、君は一体何をしてる？なるほどな。
Could there have been a right way?
エッグヘッドの謎を解く。こいつらの謎を解く。
The young man.
This is hard. It's hardcore! Skibadis.
OK。一つ一つに答えていきましょうか。
This young man.
イエーグ イエーグ
Or maybe it's not good volume. Maybe
経験値10ももらえるの？
Probably
あ、百科事典でか。
homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from.
You know about him? You know Van Eyck?
ファンエイクを知ってるのか？ああ、俺は生粋のエイクのだ。
Wow!
The skinny wraith looks at you with
So am I! Oh! Is that why they... Egghead to the mega! The K became the G! The boy
Egghead.
became the man!
クがグになって一人前の男になった。エッグヘ
The
ッ
Advent? The cloud! True! Hard! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Here comes the night!
これを口挟むタイミングが
Internally coherent. Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3! Yakokata! The place to be! Yakokata is a...
Yekokata is an abbreviation from
あ
the
りがとう。
Iranian term.
経験値
Zone
もらえ
of
たぜ。
ecolo- an intricate
これでかいな。経験値10ももらえる。
Hardcore! Internally coherent. All car!
he furrows his brow.
Hardcore! Ah!
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
I am the making.
こいつ
Internally coherent. All car! All
He furrows.
hard!
The question is, what is the question? But there was a question?
急に盛り下がった。難しいな。
All car!
He furrows.
Hard!
The question is, but there was no question.
ほら、難しい。
All car!
He furrows.
Hardcore!
Is it though?
One mind, one. Vic true.
じゃあ、やっぱりここかな。
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2. It's the message, so listen.
You see,
Hello, I'm Andre.
his grip is
お
strong.
アンドレ、
swift.
Thank you.
This is my posse.
The young man
No, you
with
don't.
earrings looks at
An egghead. Egg!
Egg.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation. We like to think of ourselves as we have many in the pipeline, officer.
that
Oh.
means they haven't set up a
運営に
single
は至
one.
ってない。
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North.
北ジャムロックで新しいや
prospecting
つ
for
の
real
いい
estate
物件を
to
探している。
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning
Uh-huh.
places, I apologise for my friend Noit's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
謝る必要はない。本当にひどい場所だ
Which
から
brings
な。
me to the problem of... Oh, I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exactly... Dopeheads! Burnouts! Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened.
あー
Sad because we were just about to put Martin Hayes... Strike that! And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little,
教会
watching
にいっ
you
ぱいいるって
good.
こと？
This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
The spooky kind. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us. Also, they don't eat or clean the people just want to spin tapes without...
この人たち意外と真面目な人なんですね。
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter.
よし、調べてみましょう。レイバーたちがナイトクラブを立ち上げるのを手伝い、立ち上げるのを手伝う。教会の状態はどうなっている？まだ入っていないんだ。
To install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a
よ、お前さん。
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but of course. All right.
You sense the
おー、危ねえ、
trajectory.
鍵つかめた。
The key hits your palm. The speed freak's nod to you approve. The young man with ribcage shape feels nice. It would feel a whole.
Not long, like a week
1週
maybe.
間くらい。
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led
今
you
日に至る
here,
まで破滅
there
的な
was
日々のど
something
こかでお
called
前は試験を受けた。
You may have learned
アンドレ、
the
君は
term
過失致死という言葉の意味を知ってるか？
there.
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I don't know. What does anything mean, Rick?
Oh, yeah.
I knew you'd get it. You're one.
He nods attentively, ready to answer the questions of.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know.
教官には一体どんな連中なんだ？
I don't really know.
よくわかってないのか。
Who are these people?
ちらっと見ただ
Secret
け。おお、
agents,
覗き見ただと、こいつは何者だ？諜報員か？潜伏活動中なのか？
Well, there's
それが、
also the
あそこには装置
machinery.
もあったん
When
だ。
I first scouted the place back in
Oh.
February, it was abandoned, empty. Took
機
some
材を
time
必要と
getting
して
the
思
crew
って
together.
た。いきなりそこら中に妙な機械が転がってたんだ。
Wires running into bowls of water. What? Andre, tell him about the...
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us.
No. The...
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my
なんか
emotions
見たっ
as
て
you
こ
are,
と？
Meg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
誰かはっきりと誰かを目にしたわけではないんだな。
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church a couple of times. And we felt
女のような
someone
人物。
or something
女
eyeing
の
us
ような人
inside.
物？
But that's kind of like you aren't alone.
It wasn't quite human.
Not human.
人間とは程遠い。
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
カニ
Yeah, you
男？
know, the way it was climbing up.
It was stalking a cell.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine
カニは一般的
creatures.
に海に生息する生き物。壁を登るような生態は知られていない。
Yeah, totally.
間
I
違い
mean,
ない。
I didn't
とはいえ、俺が自
personally
分で見たわけ
see
じゃないん
it.
だ。
A cell
おう
was
おう
alone
おう
that time.
So he hasn't even been in there lately. Is
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell him.
there probably is no crab man.
その装
You
置に
should
ついて
talk to
詳し
Lloyd
く。
about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff. Well, honestly, I can't.
This is a below
わかるん
feeble
だよ。
attempt at avoidance.
なんとも情けない話のそらし
He's
方だ。
attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure there's
ハーブ
substance
の乱用
abusers.
者だ。70% 間違
Don't
いな
let
い。
all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come? Sure. What? He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of
Oh.
ceremonies. You know, a host.
ホス役、スローガンを叫ぶパフォーマンス。
Interesting, sire.
面白いですな、陛下。少しあなた様に似ています。短尺して MC と。君はどうやって彼とコミュニケーションを取っている？
Well, he's just
あなた
kinda
ただ同じ
here.
場所にいるだけ
I
だ。
don't really know how to
よくわかんない
communicate
のかい？彼と本当の意味で話をした
Yeah,
ことあるのか？
sometimes. When I like stumble and find my way into
何度も
the
ハード
center,
コアトゥーザメガって言葉を聞かされるがな。
The man smiles mysteriously. I get it. He's a puzzle.
うん。
Oh yeah,
メ
that's a
テオ
meteor
系の
named
連
for
中
the
はカイ
founding
トをそう呼
party.
ぶんだ。クールだ
If
と思
you
ってる
don't
んだろ
know
う。
what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
You know, of Meteo, concerning Meteo.
Meteo?
Meteo, a country on Muindi.
国？
On
ムン
the
ディのある
Muindi
国だったか
Isla.
な。ムンディイソラの
One of
国
the
だ。
poorest of the first world nations today, but once
ああ、
a
カイ
great
とか分かってるから
ancient
念のためにおさらいしてくれ
Come
る
to
か。
think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know.
宗教組織。
And
そ
they
れ
have
で
roots in ancient mass
古代の
society.
集団社会から生まれたものらしい。そう言って彼は言葉を切る。うんうんうん。
Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system. No, you're totally wrong about that.
思い違いだ。
Pericanassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love.
なるほど。
Love is unity.
Love is hardcore.
Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters. Feels good.
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got
And where is
パーティー
your
にいる
posse,
仲間。
detective?
Are we?
Yeah.
イエーイ 愛はかなりカードコアなのかもしれない。ああ、その通りだ。
You're getting it. That's pretty downbeat. I think I speak for all of us when I say we expected the law to be more open to the idea of love,
ペリカーナス派の
unity,
仲間にし
and the
て、
Pericarnassian
アサテが解放す
posse.
るだろうと言ったのは俺たち全員の意見を代弁したつもりだったんだが、一つもわからない。
I know you don't. So,
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for you.
yes. What? Yeah. Good to have. Bitch to carry. Oh.
Eh?
It's the one they sell at the
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to
プ
the
ロンプターでセリフを
supernatural.
確認している
I
役
have
者
a
のよう
major
ですね。
sinus infection. Stuffy
副鼻
nose.
腔炎
We
が
all do.
副鼻腔炎
Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't. Yes. That's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser.
Nosafed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little
論理が低い
relieved.
からな。
As always.
論理は低いよ。論理。論理を上げられる衣類。上げたところでですね、1、2、プラス2、3、あ、4。これ。
Hi again. So, how things
五
going?
分五分か
Well,
ダメ。
first of all, the gist of it is plus, and it has to be considered. You can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That's
As always.
So you had a talk with
じゃあノイ
Andre,
ドと話
and
を。
now you want to discuss things with Noid. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your side. Yeah, gotta compare. I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. Weird stuff. Specialised. There
デー
was
タ
a
プロセッ
data
サ
for
ー。
wires going into water.
the People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution. of
超
the
常現象
Gran.
何がまずいん
Nothing's
だ
wrong with it. It should definitely be researched. You can still... Most of it doesn't exist. Sonic powers. The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant... I can see that.
ほほ。
Further sign matching would
ノイ
be
ドと制
good
限
for
をシン
us.
クロさせろ。
One way to achieve signs...
Winkler, true, hard, full, car. Hardcore, hardcore, internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. Yeko.
Yeko cut an intricate
Hi again. So,
さ
how
て
things going?
さて論理9で五分五
As
分。
always.
じゃあこれで1個上げる。
Hi again. So, how things going?
58%。
How
いった。
about
よし。
gather around,
よし、みんな集ま
kids.
ると言ってみてはいかがでしょうか。よし、みんな集まってくれ。
The young speed freak puts down the one with the large head. Their would-be leader is less amused.
But you still are.
What happened? I've been trying to say we need the next step in dark...
Shut it.
What? I have! I've said that!
The young speed freak is silent.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong.
ス
Look,
ピーカーだってある。
One
うん
speaker. They have one speaker.
what do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You
単
wouldn't
独
know the
駆動
first
式
thing
なの
about
さ。アノー
sound
ドミュージックの音
reproduction
源
and
再生に何も
music.
かってんねんな。
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one speaker system.
He said it was for his nose.
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape
いいぞいいぞ。
of
めっ
ephedrine.
ちゃ百科事典喋ってくれ
Ephedrine
る。
makes you happy, and and so does.
And of all cellular-based life, no shit. That's... Come on, that's... I meant to say, not true. That's... I meant to say, not... What do you mean, do?
法の執行官として対処しよう。先に君が全てを話してから俺が審判を下す。まずは真相を話す。話はそれから寛大に対処してもいい。
What do you mean by lenient? Okay, man. Okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. Because we do.
これはもしかしたらキムがいなかったからできたことかもしれないですね。逆
Need
に
to。turn it into a to get our foot in the door.
それならなぜ俺を協力を
Like I
求め
told
た
you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. No, man.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
寛大に対処するって約束したよな。グリーンに行こう。スピードは作らずにアノードミュージックのクラブだけをやる。
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the
魚とはどういうこ
there
と
needs
だ
to be a club for Nordic music in there. We need a win, Andre.
This will be nothing. You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside the last set.
What? Okay. We'll try to do it without the...
Okay,
we'll do
okay.
a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but us.
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
As always.
The club, true, hard, it's hardcore. Skibadis.
相変わらず、
Hi again. So,
As always.
相変わら
the
ず、
close, true.
こいつは
Hardcore, here comes. The true,
特に何か
All car.
He furrows his.
hardcore. The question is, what would there was?
彼らのやつは難しいね。諦めずに言葉の迷路に挑戦したらどうだ。
The close, true, hard, full, hardcore.
Yeah.
This young man, or maybe it's not good.
The Y to the E. Yeah.
He missed one A.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the true,
Oh.
hard.
Yeah.
This young man, or maybe
You know about
You
I
know
did that.
Van Eyck? Oh, well, it really is him.
the Advent? The club,
難しいな。
hardcore, hardcore. Here comes the
あ、違う違う、よしじゃなくて、
the true,
何も言わない。そうなのか、本当に？イエ
this
ー
young
イ
man adds a, or maybe it's
で、
not.
う
The
ぐ
Y to the E to
ー
the A to 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 the G to the H to the exclamation mark. Yeah.
He missed one A.
It's nice to be important. True, hardcore.
Yeah.
This young man, or maybe it.
The Y. Yeah.
He missed one.
I'm the hard rhymer.
違う。
The
違
club,
った
true,
か。
it's hot. Skibadis.
お、ちょっと待っ
The club, true, it's hardcore.
て。違ったか。
Hardcore, hardcore, internally coherent.
All co-
Gotta get the people go. I'm the party boy. It's my job. Hardcore party 20.
There is a place far away in
う
Cutler.
ん。
The club, true, hardcore, internally coherent.
all car.
Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. Two on a track.
違うか。
The club, true,
難しい。
internally coherent.
All car.
Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my hardcore.
There is a place.
違うんだよ。
True, internally coherent.
All car.
Gotta get the people. Yeah.
All car.
He furrows.
Hardcore. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously,
来た。
I'm a bit worried it isn't.
来た来た来た来た。エッグヘッドの謎
The
を解く。
skin on your back is crawling. There is a hawthorn tree en route. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hard.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with it. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy. Isn't something holding it back? It's like it's
OK。これじゃウルトラ止まりじゃないか。スーパーハードコアだと思うが、あんたの言う通りだとハイパーハードコアとまではいかない。
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcohol.
It is, isn't? But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot sink it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be? What? Oh yeah!
But you're not. This is almost certain.
I know. So does mine. No! This is... Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah!
肉体装置。
No nation, but trans nation. No vote. Don't be a lunatic.
So, it's...
Yeah!
Why?
Imperative! Unless you were thinking Revershaw imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yellow.
おー、なんだこれ。
I know what you mean.
うんうん。どっちがいいかな。嘘ついた方がいいか。嘘ついてみようか。
Lying like that.
君はやはり嘘だと思ってくるか。
Yeah, unless you were thinking hardcore superstar.
心は読めないのか。なら君は共産主義者か。
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes. Yeah, with the rebel, I can be an ultra. Please don't turn him into an out. Oh, gee.
ウルトラリベラルに変えないってやつこれ。
There's enough exploitation.
男がすぐエッグヘッドはウルトラリベラルになったのだろう。
I can be. Please don't. Oh, jeez. Please. Capital rules the nation. The market regulates it. Eats up.
You swear you feel the profit margin.
Dark hardcore.
じゃあメインエッグヘッドだ。
Basically, yes, it is. Lungs are for love.
肺は愛の象徴だ。
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not. Lungs are for vendor.
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your...
I think so. Highly gaily.
ちょっと百科事典が反応しそうなやつを探しながらやりましょうか。
Basically, yes, it is. No nation, but I can be. Please don't. Oh, jeez. Please don't do that. There's an. Capital rules the nation. Eats a.
You swear you feel the profit margins reflecting of
さあ肉体装置が2なんだよな。さあこれのことで何か変わった？
The People's Republic of some...
Nothing's. Most of it sonic powers. Yeah. See? Yeah. I suck at socializing. The hardcore aesthetic is east.
ノイドのやつはわかんないな。肉体装置。1しか上がんないな。それでも28。5分になるにもあと5ぐらい上げないときつそうだな。さあ帽子とかを一回直しましょう。百科事典。内陸帝国がいいかな。はい。で概念化、団結心、論理。いやー、やっぱこれかな。ジャケットですかね。はい、ここに戻して一回出ましょう。 何だったんだろう。
A shaggy-looking girl
エシル。
in her late teens.
Oh. Hello there.
She must be a cell. The last
ハー
of
ブ
the
フリク
speak.
一味の最後の一
Everyone
人。
knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold.
君がエシル
That's
だ
my
な。
name. I take it you have met the others. Did they tell you about the church and the
教
club?
会何なん
Come
だ
on, quit playing. Will you help? That's cool by me.
She looks prettier, all of it.
That's
君が
my
エシルだ
name.
な。聞いたよ
Will。you help her? That's cool.
She
一緒
looks
の
prettier
道な
all
ん
of
で
a
すね。
sudden.
お嬢さん、凍えるような寒さだな。
The muscles of her
帽子はどうしたんだ
So should you. Oh, I didn't notice that. Sorry, man. My mind was elsewhere. Shoot. I did, and I'm sorry.
うん。
For what it's worth, which isn't much.
お、
You don't get to
認めるん
choose
だ
your。posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk under... I know. I should have been able to... May I ask? What did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them
Okay.
under wraps, I promise.
あいつら君が教会に入ったと言っていたぞ。あそこで何を見た
Oh, that.
She's less prone to
彼
blood
女は他の者たちの
out
カニ
crab
男のことをうっかり
than
口に出せない
others.
傾向があるようです。それはどうかな。とにかく話してみてくれ。
Okay.
いいでしょ
I
う。
went in and I saw a woman
メイン
next
フ
to
レー
one
ム
of
って呼んで
those.
る機械
She
の
was
そばに
dressed like someone
お
who's
ばあ
been
ちゃんに
raised
され
by
た
their
みたいな格好をして
grandmother.
いた。
You know, strange old clothes.
続けて
And
くれ。
then, you know,
うん。
right behind her, a man crawled
カ
down
ニ
the
みたいな
wall,
逆さまになって教会の壁
upside
を降り
down
てき
like a
た。
crab. He stopped right before he got to the floor. Then just... It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
He looked like a banger, okay?
ゴロつきのよ
He
うだ
was
っ
all
た。
muscular and
筋
stuff.
骨隆々といった感じで
Had a
メッ
mesh
シュのタンク
tank
トップを着ていた
I。know it sounds ridiculous, but that
カ
only
ニ
made
で
it
しかも
scarier
ゴ
in
ロ
a way.
つき
Yes, a banger. As in a
Hmm.
mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw. I don't blame you. I mean, I wouldn't believe me either.
うんうんうん
I'm surprised Noid did. My associates. I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just...
To the cops.
Me?
君については
I'm a silver bird.
銀の鳥。
A silver bird. Feels
妙
strangely
に聞こえない
familiar.
言葉だ。何かの決まり文句だろうか。うん。
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... My associates? Sorry. I just don't tell people about my...
To the cops.
ほほ。
Don't know what makes you think it'll be... This, actually just one wire. I picked on it. A contact might record sounds from
氷だ
inside
とか、
things.
物の内側の音を取
Your
るもの。
mangled brain
お
would
い。
like you to know there is a boxer called No. You're welcome.
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
ボクサーのコンタクトマイクだ。
no. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people. The mic? I don't exactly know.
An entire litany spews forth.
そうだ、聞こえただろう。君もコンタクトマイクを目指すべきだ。成功速度アスリートでありながら、
Man, you are one weird cop.
おかしな警官ね。
What is it with you and this mic guy? Okay, if it floats your boat, I'll be more like contact mic and less like
思
me.
考を手に入れました。コンタクトマイクのこれなんだ連灯かな。木刀の塔ですよね。連灯かな。これちょっと後で見ましょうか。
Uh-huh. Good on you. Same place I got the recorder
パ
from.
リジアム。
The Oh man. You haven't been to the Palaceum? It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock.
ほうほうほう。
Musicians live there.
エッグヘッ
Like
ドが
real
好きなのその
musicians.
男か。
Oh yeah. Egg's really into him. Maybe even too into him. He's a pretty intense personality. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either.
グラインドする。年の割に流行に敏感だということだ。俺にもわからんが、俺がロックだという確かな証拠ある。
That's cool.
クールだね。
Sucks, man.
Ow.
Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the
氷の割れ
ice.
る音。
What happened to the old headphones?
My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things.
A lie. They were probably
途方もないいかがわしいもののために質に入れたのでしょう。
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizer.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw.
No, man, fuck that. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
She's shivering a bit.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. Thanks.
あ、デュック・ミューレンの帽子を失っちゃった。
Go ahead.
いやー、これ良くないぞ。
Okay.
あ、今かぶってる帽子をあげるのか。そうか。
Hello again. Sure. Contact Mike.
An entire litany.
Man, you are one weird. You do understand it all just sounds like Mike. Same place I... Sure. Okay. Record. I think...
What happened to the older?
The musician... Anyway, I don't...
The sharp drop in the...
Thanks.
おー、なくなっちゃった。
Go ahead.
これどんどんなくなるやつじゃん。やべやべやべやべやべ。ちょっとここから離れましょう、一回。おや、ここもしかして教会？これ教会ですね。なるほど、ここ教会だったのか。はい。ちょっと外から回ってみますか。何があるか。はい。暗いの？あ、ここさっきの電話のとこか。公衆電話のところ。じゃあ入ってみますか。
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut. The lock turned, a great wood in the heart.
はい。あっさりと入っていく。あらー、なに。ここは走らずに歩くべきだ。
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right, and then it's gone. Almost all of it. But it seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow. Sounds like the pale. From recordings of the far pale. You can hardly hear your own breathing. You produce a few muffled thumps. Your voice is barely audible. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
おっしゃー、いけた。ラッキー。すごい広いじゃん、ここ。
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward... Yes, it's not a shadow anymore. Becoming more substantial as it gets... Oh no. You see something hanging. Maybe it's possible to...
いや、カニ男さん。
The shadow is a man made of the same the crab man. The man leaned forward a little.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Ness and a district in general.
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready,
He's a born preacher. Enjoy the rhetorical flourishes, but remain vigilant. Don't let him get too close. He's crazy. Giving away all of your possessions, sacrificing a limb to appease an angry, that's right. Hey, and what was that about? The bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence, and you don't even know it. I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem. I was like you once. Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
コンタクトマイクの、あ、これも、うわあ、だいぶマイナス1。でも15分で終わる。20時間。現実の荒野。どうしましょうね。どっちかはつけられるけど。でもコンタクトマイク楽しそうだからな。ちょっとつけてみようかな。はい。15分で終わりますからね。肉体装置がマイナス2。20時間ですからね。結構長いな。どうしようね。現実。まあ、20時間かかるからちょっとやめときますか。
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Whatever it is, he's quite confident about. 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop. I always thought of myself more like a flame. Flickering.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools?
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness. It's all just for the mother, man. I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the mother. Tiago's my name, by the way. Though those syllables don't mean much to me. My name is your place amongst your fellas. Your place in the world. I ain't got... That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters. The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones. Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm. Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there. Might even be nice to have some the ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me. Wouldn't bother me none to have them spin music in here. Might even be nice to have some company. Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa.
¿Viejita?
Viejita is grandma?
でもこの教会の実際にもう一人住んでいて、人間がいて、そいつはばあさんなのか?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. That's what I said, Holmes. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests. I'm afraid not, S.A. You just have to wait until she comes back.
Or search through her radio computer.
This is a special. I circled it. Nurtured by the silence. Oh, that's no sense. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. I will be incinerated.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
It's not like that at all, man.
It's too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince. I can see. And it saddens me. But devotion can save. It saved me. She took you for a good spin, huh? The mother would eat all of you and never spit you out. No worries, man. I know this shit takes time. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you think.
Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance, commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially wedding. He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve.
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here. Back when I still had material work. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't be. I think it was. A long time ago. I had to share it like a skin.
It would only stop him from climbing. The scarf looks pretty dapper, actually. The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Police raid a while back. Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its...
やった、コンタクトマイクの早いな、15分だもんね。肉体のホワイトスキルチェックをすべてアンロック済み。ってことは、肉体関係のものがってこと？じゃあちょっと調べていきますか。
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures. Another radio computer. Could it be a connection to the? This is the Ream Prefect. Radio computer model number RC702. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic. As you step closer, you notice fluorescent behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filament. Another filament memory. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine. It's the same old woman you spoke to.
Thank you. Please repeat. Is this the good? Please repeat the password. No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Still, no. I am contractually obliged to protect. Now, can you please proceed? Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? I have 2 machines registered to this company name in
Saint Room. That's the church.
Anything else I can help you with? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still, nothing happens.
おい、そこどいてやり。あ。あとはここか。
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and the world is silent, but for the creaks. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects. She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. As that soft word passes through your mind, you rise into the apricot-colored light of the window. The woman keeps smiling her distant smile, despite the damage you've done to yourself. The title, no amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still. And will the highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of more. And innocence is elected to office by the founding party. A precedent that has taken place a mere 6, and innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened if... No, we are alone. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this, he saw many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually, the principal of terribly. Women of the court were expected to play both contract. She made the most of her position. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. It was on her advice that Irene Le Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the Great Wow indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knee, bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love, as did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, in a city called Advesperaskit, in Vespa Messina, her homeland. Then she was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the Secret Service, oh yes. She looked like humanity. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed one of the men in this Secret Service, something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged, although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of the Mesk state, suggesting those who fight against it. She adored chess, yes, but also military war. Little is known of her Marchese husband. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
これひどいな、地獄に落ちる草間が。
But she was not held. There you stand, below her once more, with your hands on your side. The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know. The mother of humanism stands up. A jigsaw of broken shards falls to place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a leitmotif below them both. Unknown. A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe the escutcheon on her throne says Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden right step-fill in one hand, and small figures of wise men, common men. Worshippers walk up. Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, après le monde, la gré, after life, death, after death, life again. After the world, the pale.
世界の後に色域、色域の後に再びの世界。これはヒューマニズムにおける偉大なる基本思想だ。
A summary of the effect.
後ずさる。
The mother of humanism.
これ今のバスタードなんじゃないの？
The machine's keyboard is still at the speaker.
Good afternoon. Good. Please repeat.
ああ、でも出てこないね。
Précis. Votre accident is good.
The machine's keyboard is.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, hey.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale.
Too many times, essay.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Don't sweat it, Vato. The password is
afterlife
death. What do you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña. Look, man, I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not coffee. I think we're done here, essay.
あ、いなくなった。さあ。
Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked old and little men. You have the headless foul rider.
首なしファウルンの乗り手の子供を持ってるじゃないか。そうそうそうそう。彼女の心と。誰の心とりませんだ。彼女のことどうしようもないぞ。
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't so very, very, very nifty.
ドロレスデンに彫像を渡す。
This is surely what the figurines are for.
まあ、とりあえずパスワード入れましょう。
Good afternoon. Good. Please, good. I have unlocked the filament. After votre accident, is there anything? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is the printer prints out a long text document. The first entry made on the 4th of February, 51, arrived at the church. The door was boarded up.
扉が板で塞がれていたのでバールを使って中に入った。だいぶ前に放棄された場所のようだ。変わったところは何もないが周囲の人に話を聞いてみようと思う。ここにどうやって電気を通すかを考えなくては。
Need to figure out how. 6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place. 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda. 8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. She must be talking about her former colleagues from Fortress Accident. They all sound like radio game. 12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to... 25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now. Trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in. The disappointment. A shiver runs through you as you look to your left, toward the 28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the... Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. That disco man must be a cell. March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
お、誰？プログラマーのソーナー。
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
ここへは片手間の用事で来たとあるクラブの主催を代表している。ちなみに俺は RCM の人間だ。
You won't find any music venue organizers here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. What is it?
何か壊れてたりはしないよな。
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
なるほど。あんたもしかしてビラルアンテザードのリードプログラムだったりするのか？
Or no.
あ、もう違うと答えるべきだったかも。あのプロジェクトは打ち切りになったから。あのプロジェクトの人だったんだ。あんた一体誰でここで何をしている？
I am Sona Luukkanen Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help.
Did she say over 16 years of that still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned...
金をとか見かけたか？
Yes. And I don't care. I don't care about
どうでもいい。ほんほんほん。この場所にはなぜこんなにたくさんの機械があるんだ？
These are
持ち
my
込んだんだ。
machines. Please don't touch anything.
なぜアンテナが必要なんだ？
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit. Mm-hmm.
コンピューター。
Yes. You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more process on the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel it's all around us.
Like love.
愛みたいな。
I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it.
いいアンテナってことか。
Martinez is an unstable region, but it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything.
そのラジオコンピューターで何をしているんだ？
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light...
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something. They are connected to my RAIN.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
So you do know something about computers. You're right.
あんたにプレイフェクトは政府の人間が使うことが多い。
No, I don't.
違うんだ。ではなぜまたそんなものを持ってる？
Because I needed something good for my investigation, and RAIN Civic is widely agreed to be. Besides, owning a RAIN prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see RAIN prefects in every police department, for example.
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade RAIN. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as RAIN Civic. So it's kind of a rip-off. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain. Great. You really like those questions, don't you? I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. Exactly. What does it mean?
運を測定する方の存在しない。故に今の今までこれが何なのか定義不能のままなんだ。
What do you think it is? What qualities does not...
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
ちょっと待ってくれ。つまり俺たちは今穴が開いた世界に住んでるってことか？ なんかそうだよね。それが気になるよね。
I don't know. Are we?
そういうことになるのか。まさにそれを突き止めようとしてる。でもどうやって？
How do I figure it out? Exactly. Very true.
これ以上ない真理だ。まさに私がやろうとしていることで、あのたらいもそのためのものだ。いいんじゃない？水力ソナーとな、あのたらいはそういうことだったのか。水を歌う音を録音するための装置。あまりよろしくない。その穴は大体の位置の検討などついてるのか。こんな近くに
？Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dock.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to cease. I've named it.
言ったね、気温口。
I know. No, I don't. Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the swallow. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks.
What? Dance music.
I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
驚いた即答だったらなぜ嫌いなんだ。ハーブでもやらなきゃダメなのかもね。なるほどね。
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub.
じゃあ何を作ろうとしてんだ。動物を集めてきて触れ合い動物に作るんだ。青少年センターがあったらいいと思う。
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
もう一度話してきてこいって言われた。
The swallow, you mean? What a great. Thanks.
じゃあ話してくる？じゃあ彼らのテントの前で今日は終わりにします。はい。ちょっと待って、あ、外の子に話しかけてまず見ようか。
Hello again. Oh.
She's less prone to blurt it out.
Okay. She was dressed like someone, and then, you know, he stopped. You saw him? Does it mean that you went in there? Did you see the other spooker, the one in Grandma's clothes? Good, so you believe me. You should go tell this to Andre. He'll know what to do next.
はい。ここで一回セーブしましょう。レベルは2つ上がりますね。はい。じゃあ1回メインメニューに戻りましょう。はい。というわけで今日は漁村の方とその横上の境界らへんを探索しましたね。ちょっと小難しい話も多かったですけども、パスワードが見つかったり、ちょっと面白い展開だった気がしますね。新しい人にも出会えたし、モレルにも出会いましたからね。だからその関係で、町の方に戻って、あとカラオケしたりね、できる準備ができたので、今度はね、そっちの方にも行きたいなと思っております。というわけで、今日はこの辺で終わりにいたします。稲妻カウボーイでした。またよろしくお願いします。またね。